Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to say call Alayim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Brakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. All right, who labored, and blazed the trail for us. Double honors once again to them. Shalom. And salutations to the hopeful elect. I keep out there spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth and in sincerity and truth. All right, and present their bodies as a living sacrifice as the scripture teaches us to do. Shalom to the very, and I do mean very few sisters that do listen as well. I'm the brother Yarmaya from the Great Millstone Chicago camp.
Shalom, I'm the brother Shaman.
All right, and I got the special guest, the St. Louis Giant with me. And this brother has something on his spirit, and we're going to articulate and elaborate through the Holy Scriptures. Go ahead, brother.
Now, we were just looking at all the things that are going on in Ohio, with the chemical spill, how they're not reporting it on the mainstream media, how you literally have heavy chemicals in drinking water and all that shit. And now these Edomites are starting to feel the same shit that they've been doing in our communities for years. Because when you look at Jake, right, we know that they stole all the nice places, and then they sent us by the freeway, by the water pollution plant or the water treatment plant or whatever. Now you Edomites, your little, stretch of free land that you thought here in middle America was so free and beautiful, now they turn up, they got your shit fucked up too. All right, this is Isaiah 54:16, and this is talking about the missiles and the technology to create that. But we know this man he's as death. He's never satisfied. He said, behold, I've created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I've created the waster to destroy. And all that technology, what's the movie coming out? Oppenheimer. All right, all the stuff.
You got that one Meg.
All right.
I think it stopped streaming. No, it's back on. It's back on. Salakia. I think it had stopped streaming. It's back on.
Uh-oh.
Say something if you can see the stream. He's soft ass hating. Go ahead, Doc.
Yep. I'm going to read this Isaiah 54:16 again. Behold, I've created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I've created the waster to destroy.
And that ultimately goes into the highest form of weaponry he's going to have on this side, which is the thermonuclear missiles.
Right.
All right, but all this technology, all right, this AI technology, all this witchcraft that the so-called white man is doing, his own false god, I think it's called the God complex, his own false God complex is going to come back to hit him in his ass, because it's the Lord who gave you this knowledge anyway. That's why in the book of Proverbs it says what? The heart of the kings is in the hands of Yahweh. He turn it whithersoever he will. He either going to turn you in that technology. All right, going in, what's that, 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, he said they were all scared in Durst fight when they seen the Lord coming back in his holy chariots. So all this is of the Lord, man. He's the master of this play. That's why when you read the book of Job, it says what? The deceived and the deceiver are his. The so-called white man really thought he was going to blackball us, rather he was going to redline us and get away with all that. That's why the scriptures say he who diggeth the pit, diggeth for himself. And like the brother said, they'll put this shit in their own air, in their own water. This is the most waste of the way is he, man. Esau is a waste man. What them Benjamites say, a waste man.
A waste man.
This dude really is a waste man. Waste of the way is he, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
You had something going?
Yep, this is Revelation 6, because this ultimately is who this is talking about. This is the real red horse with the sword. It says Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. We have the understanding of the mystery of who this is. It's talking about Esau, the red man.
That's right, because what was his blessing? Going back to Genesis.
Yep.
It was the sword.
Sword.
All right, and the scriptures say he was red all over like a hairy garment. Meaning his whole body was one color. He was born a clean leprous. All right, because when you really want to get into it, Esau is Cain, man, in the reincarnation. That's why it was said what was said in Genesis 3, 16, 17, when it goes into he shall bruise the head and he shall bruise the heel. I'm paraphrasing that, but they know what I'm talking about. All right, which goes also into what? 2nd Esdras. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau and Jacob. So this all intertwines. And like you hear the apostles, the elder bishops out there, they always say, especially Apostle Elder Ricard, that this is a movie. And Esau and Jacob is the main two characters. Everybody else fill-ins, man. You got these Elamites, you got Persians, you got Iranian people, these damn sand niggers, these East Indians, you got Ishmael, these Arabs, you got Esau, all the different clans of him, the Russians, the Germans, the Americans. You got these Moabites and Ammonites. All right, the men of the East.
And not a whole world.
Fill-ins.
You idiot, you dumbass Edomites. The whole world has the same technology as you. They got the different micro CHIPs. They got the same tech as you. And what are they going to do? They're going to turn it back on you.
And that's why the scriptures say, I've made him small amongst the heathen. He's realizing he's the minority and not the majority. And even amongst his own clans, so to speak, when you got the other Edomites over there, going into NATO and the EU, what did it say? And what's that? I think it's Revelation said the beast shall hate the whore.
They shall hate the whore.
All right, and that goes into his own allies turning into him, because America is that great whore, Mystery Babylon the Great, that sitteth upon many waters. All right, and then going into NATO, the EU, all right, those European nations. That those are the beasts that they make up the beast. All right. And his allies, those are the allies of the beast, and they all gonna turn on him, man.
They all turning.
Then Jake, while this shit going down, simultaneously it said, the remainder of Judah shall be amongst them like a lion in the midst of the sheep, as a young lion. All right, so everybody gonna get a piece of the so-called white man ass at one point or another. But then again, the so-called white man gonna tear off a hole in you niggas too. That's why I said the devil has come down with great wrath. All this shit is the Lord. Why you think in Daniel 12 it says what it says, man? Get that real quick, Hawk. Baba Kushai. Why you think the Lord didn't write this to sound cool? Even though it sounds cool when he said it, because he's the Lord. It do sound. This shit is real. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. This shit is real.
Daniel 12:1. And at that time, that's what you want to write.
Yeah, perfect.
And
Just keep
at that
reading.
time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
And that's the hopeful elect, man. And that's what we shooting for. Just going into, like I said, man, Esau allies gonna turn on him, the beast hating the whore. All right, Jake being in amongst the midst of the sheep as a lion is in the midst of the sheep. Shit gonna be going down, man. I said the devil himself, he coming down with great wrath. He ain't sparing shit.
Nope.
No,
he gonna try to fight against the Lord and the angels.
That's right. He's made small amongst the heathen. The other heathens want a piece of this place. Because them foreign troops are going to invade America, man.
Oh, yeah.
Them foreign troops are going to invade America, and we're going to need divine intervention. The same divine intervention that gave them the power to bring us over here on slave ships, going to bring us the power to rise up amongst this. That's right. And leave on spaceships, baby.
Like them Chechens we seeing in UFC, all of them, they mercenaries, man.
Yeah.
That's the dudes they send.
I know a couple of them, personally. Them Czechoslovakian niggas, them Russians, a lot of Romanians, a lot of dudes from Moldova. I do business, just keep going straight. I do business, and I know a lot of these dudes, man, and they know it's coming. And they talk about it. These dudes be fucking 40, moving like they 20. Motherfuckers that was prisoners of war since they was 11. This all they know is underground crime syndicates and shit. And you meet these dudes, man, especially down here in places like downtown Chicago, off the river north. Dudes just be chilling, man. They ask you to train with them. They be doing MMA, all type of shit, man. And they just be walking around chilling. Super soldiers, man. Ready, man. Ready, man.
Yeah, so, hey, if they let
and look, these American niggas ain't ready for that shit. I mean, like me and this brother, we actually train, but that don't mean shit, But the Lord is with the elect, man. That's why the scriptures say the horse is prepared for the day of battle, but deliverance is of the Lord. But you average these soy boys, man, eating flaming hot Doritos every day, every morning. You niggas ain't on shit, man.
Ain't gonna make it.
They ain't gonna make it. Keep reading down. This is who's gonna make it.
Yep. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Read some more.
And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever.
Exactly, and it stars forever and ever. You know, I will You know, and that stars forever and ever goes into being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. When you go into the blue letter and look it up, it says stars. Then it says Messiah's brothers. You know, that's heavy. You know, that's who gonna make it. Outside of that, the waster is gonna waste you, man. He's waging war on the whole earth, right? It's that thermonuclear war, biological war, psychological war. You have to be shielded by the Most High to escape what's gonna happen, man. Just not to be in the midst of this folly, man. Cause this shit gonna go. I know I'm saying a lot in the short, but look at all these things up.
It's been a hit. All these things shall come in their perfection.
Say that again.
All these things shall come in their perfection.
He said his words are faithful and true.
Yep.
Faithful and true, man. So you really gotta stay prayed up, man, and really understand what you're doing, man. Through the terror of the Lord, scripture say, through the terror of the Lord do we persuade men, man. And that's all I gotta say, man. This man is out here to waste, man.
That's right.
But with that being, you got something, Johnny?
No, that was it.
All right, so with that being said, call Elohim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Brakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us the truth, and to the hopeful elect I came out there, endure, and Shalom.
Shalom.